Okay, Megabanan everyone, welcome back to another the Oregon Trail remake. It is May 14, 2026, and once again, thank you again so much, Grumpy's Camp. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel, or rather the I don't even know what you call it, but it's no longer really a link, but you click on the name and it will take you to his channel, and please check him out, and tell him that Falagar Let Us Play sent you. And okay, and now I will continue. Kind of feel like maybe I have to lower the volume slightly bit more, like something like that, I guess. Like maybe, okay. I feel like that is pretty good. How do I get over to that side? How do I click on this? Experience the trials and tribulations of the Oregon Trail. Draft a party, pick your wagon, and set out from Independence for the promise of Oregon. So cool. So I get to pick my wagon. There's a lot more customization to this, which I really love. Reach Oregon. Unlocks grandfather clock, Oregon, or bust journey. I'm not sure what these are, but your first journey begins in Independence. Reach a fort to unlock it as fast travel location. Once unlocked, you can hire a guide to take you straight there on your next attempt to reach Oregon. Really cool. I love that. So $600, okay. Now is there a line through that? Take a journey across 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, or thieves steal your oxen, or you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Is cholera the only disease? I mean, I remember there were things like, not dysphoria, but there were other brain rot, I think, and just a bunch of other different diseases. For some reason, I can't remember them all, but there's more than just cholera in the original one. Try again and again and again. I love the animations here. This is... okay. Now, can I... okay. I can't create... create the name. Adventurer, jack of all trades. Adventurers can fit into any role in a group, though they don't excel at anything in particular. Physically weak and prone to tiredness. Pugnacious. I'm not familiar with that word, but inclined to aggressive behavior. Pugnacious. Aggressive behavior. Now, okay. See, I understand, it's, they want to have, I'm not an expert, but historically, were different races traveling to the Oregon. I'm not just talking about like blacks, but you know, Asians, Hispanics, and you know, Indians from India. You know, I always thought it was just, well, you know, white people back in the day that were doing this kind of thing. But it's okay. I'm just saying for historical accuracy. But okay. Disciples of the land, farmers have a wealth of knowledge about all manner of crops and animals. Optimistic thinks the glass is half full. Okay, so it's a different word here. Hedonistic. I heard this word before, but I'm not sure. Believes that the pursuit of pleasure is the most important thing in life. Okay. Yeah, hedonistic. It's like, yeah, they liked pleasurable things. Okay, I remember now hearing this word. I think sometimes it's being used in religion. Hedony and hedon, it's like a sin or something like that. Okay. And I just want to go on to say, like, that's why I can't be for sure, you know. I think you people already understand when I say these things. It's never anything to do with racist thing. I'm just more of historical accuracy. I know for sure if, like, say this woman was Chinese or something, I know that back in those days it wouldn't have, you know, any, you know, Asians, Oriental, you know, back in that, you know, these kind of days. You know, if you've seen The Warrior, which was written by Bruce Lee, that is a Bruce Lee creation, and he wanted to do that with Kung Fu, but of course to give the role to David Carradine. Well, it's kind of like, to quote Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, starring Jason Scott Lee, sky's the limit, that's what they say. Not a Chinaman's chance. They say that too. Have you ever heard that? No? You know, the Chinese, we built the railroads there. You know, and then it just goes on, and well, times are different now. That was then, this is now. Sure, maybe. I'm different. Sure. You know, it's that kind of thing. I know, like the Asian people, you know, they would bring them over there as slaves also, you know, and to build the railroads. So that's how I know there wouldn't be like a Chinese guy or Japanese guy here, and then a Mexican, and you know, it's back in those days. But I understand that, you know, they're doing it for. I've wasted too much time on that, but I think you guys get it. Odo. Banker, affluent business folk. Bankers command great wealth, though typically have meager survival skills. Slack, unwilling to put in the effort necessary for success. Funny, amuses everyone around them with ease. I must apologize for wasting too much time. When I get into having to explain myself about things, I tend to just go on, you know. So I'm extremely, extremely sorry about that. Now this is really cool. So it's good to have an adventure as well. Slack, unwilling to put in the effort necessary for success, because, you know, it's good to have a jack of all trades, caring, forgiving, and pleasant to be around. Can fit into any role. Okay, I'm going to go with that. And so the first choice was the leader. And are there more people? A missionary. Lawrence. Fearful and distrusting. Likes to keep themselves and their environment immaculately clean. Sent on a religious expedition, missionaries are experienced explorers looking to spread a message. Likes to keep themselves, okay. Sent on a religious expert. Okay. Inclined to aggressive behavior. Optimistic. Thinks the glass is half full. Okay, so this is a positive here. She's optimistic, but inclined to aggressive behavior I do not like, but Lawrence likes to keep them things neat. This one, you know, I like to kind of be open to, you know, it's good to make friends on, you know, a quest like this. So I'm going to go with Mabel, I suppose. Ah, okay, so we have different people here. A banker. Pessimistic, dim-witted, neat. Willie is like a chronic liar, frequently employing dishonesty and half-truths. Matthew. Used to finer thing. Hasn't bathed in weeks, at least. Oh no. But she's a dimwit. Has a hard time learning new skills. Thinks the glass is half empty and probably poisoned. Affluent businesswoman. Okay. You know, I think this girl makes a good, you know, counterbalance, I guess, to this person who is, what was that word? Optimistic, right? So she's pessimistic. So I'm going to go with Sarah. How amazing. It just so happens to be a group of women. Okay, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. And I could change the names, but I mean, who cares? I'm going to just keep it. Not sure what to buy. This kit is perfect for greenhorns just setting out on their journey. Or, if you prefer, you can start from scratch and choose your own supplies. Yeah, for now I will go with this all around for greenhorns. This greenhorn kit, that's fine. Pay now. Pay and leave store. Pay for your purchases and leave store. Yeah, that's correct. Talk, trade, store, depart. Let's talk to people. Locals and fellow immigrants mill about the main street. A little conversation may be just the thing to get the lay of the land. Oh, Moses Harris. Greetings. Yeah, from the tutorial. The party has heard that the famous mountain man Moses Harris is staying in town and decides to seek out his advice. Unfortunately, they find him in a rather poor condition. He's laid out in the hotel bed, dehydrated and clearly in pain. Oh no. Despite his suffering, he agrees to talk to the party and shares what wisdom he has. What would they like to ask him about? Ask about adventures, ask about health, family. I've got a family. They're far away from here, in a place where there's no white man. A wife and 2 children. Moses Harris looks beyond the party and the walls of his room at something only he can see. If I could stay alive a little longer, it'd be for them. Okay, so maybe his family. He's seeing them in his head. Despite his suffering, okay. Health. I don't imagine I've got much time left. I think I've got a different sort of journey ahead of me, and I'm going somewhere I haven't been before. No matter, nothing to do but face what's been put in front of us. I know I have to make this journey alone. Alright, I think that's good enough. The party doesn't wish to disturb Moses Harris any further, so they decide to let him rest. Let us begin the journey. Wow, a group of women. You know, it just kind of reminds me of, there's a movie in 94, 95 called The Bad Girls, right? And it stars Drew Barrymore, I think Mary Elizabeth Masterson, I think was her name. And then we have Madeline Stowe, and I can't remember who the other one was. Did I say Drew Barrymore? But it was a pretty fun film, I thought. It's a Western, but it just kind of reminds me, you know, all women. Like One of Five with the Great Plains. Yeah, we'll go here. I wish I could expand the map, or... It's okay. Kansas River Crossing, a popular river crossing, the first challenge for any westward bound party. Pelts can be useful for sealing the wagon before crossing. All characters must survive. Avoid a broken arm. And are all of my clothes... Are these clothes? Worn by anyone. Huh. Okay. It's single use. Why single use? Common fish. Interesting. Okay, that looks interesting. As morning breaks in Independence, our intrepid travelers take their first step onto Oregon. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, alright, that's really neat. I love this. Spirits are high, everyone is in peak physical condition. But why are we walking? We should, but that's fine. It's probably, you know, to showcase that, you know, we're moving. The wagon is stocked and the party is filled with vim and vigor. I forgot. How do I... Ah, okay. Bare bones, meager. Let's do filling, but the pace... Okay, steady is... Okay, grueling is... Yeah, wow, okay, we're gonna do this for a little bit. And that way we can take it easy, you know, later. A bright cluster of berry bushes surrounds a nearby rock, a stark contrast with the dusty browns of the trail. The berries are not readily identifiable and may be unsafe for to eat. If they are indeed edible, however, they might make a fine supplement for dried rations. What should be done? I think we should inspect them, for one. Who was the jack of all trade? Okay, adventurer. That's Ruby. Farmer. Okay, I think the farmer would know, so Nelly. I'm unsure if they're safe to eat. Nelly looks puzzled. She is unable to determine if they are safe to eat. I will not risk it. The party moves on, deciding it's still best not to take the fruit. A prudent choice. Yeah, absolutely. Better to be safe than sorry, I would say. Sean Connery. From, what was it called? Last Crusade, right? The party is at a complete loss for words. It's not every day that a man falls from the sky. Yeah, that is very odd. Regardless, the responsible thing to do might be to offer some assistance, assuming he survived the fall. Yeah, let's go ahead and assist him. And what exactly happened? Samuel Peppard. Oh, like George Peppard, right? Consarn it all. Looks like I've run out of steam again. I knew these engines were nothing but trouble. The strange man dusted himself off. Excuse me, where are my manners? My name is Samuel Peppard, and I thank you kindly for your help just now. What you just witnessed was my latest invention. That's a flying machine, the Flintstone Flyer, right? Barney Rubble invented that, the Flintstone Flyer, if any of you people remember that. Though I admit it is something of a work in progress. All that's missing is the right source of power. Steam engines, modern though they may be, are simply not up to the task. Samuel Peppard strokes his chin in thought. Marvel at his idea. Yeah, that's fascinating. You're quite right to be impressed. I have studied the work of Sir George Cayley. I wonder if these are real people. Yeah, shows how much I know, right? Oh, look at this. So, oh, okay. An English inventor who has already built a working heavier-than-air glider. I'm going to assume these are real historical people. I mean, why would they make something like that up for a game that's, educational like that? It's only a matter of time before humanity achieves the dream of powered flight. Sir George Cayley. My dream is that an American will be the first to make such a flight. Indeed, if the winds are favorable, I see no reason why it shouldn't be me. Samuel looks very excited. Okay. It was a pleasure to meet you. Perhaps we will see each other again. After all, who knows what the future holds? Oops. I shall endeavor to spy you from above. So cool. It's great because if everything works out for him, maybe he can, help us in some way. Scout ahead or maybe fetch medicine for us quickly. I'm only guessing, but... So I can't hunt just anywhere, right? That's what I'm guessing from, that tutorial. It looks like only certain spots. Several travelers mill about, wagons unpacked, and campfires lit. This seems to be a popular camping ground. It may be a safe place to spend the night to restore some stamina. About camping. Camping provides several benefits depending on the type of campsite. Several secrets to discover. So I couldn't really pick a different kind of wagon unless maybe that unlocks later. So try setting up camp when you can. Setting up camp. Camping has different effects based on type of campsite. Rest campsites will improve stamina. Cooking will restore health. Celebration sites will restore morale. And wash sites restore hygiene. And the more dirtier you are, I assume you're gonna get more sick. Storytelling, or telling stories. The party can spend the night telling stories to learn more about each other's skills. At campsites, the party can even trade stories of fearsome critters with other travelers for special rewards. Stargazing. I love, all these different features that this one has, that they added to, the already, fun but also very, very simplistic, Apple game from back in the 80s. Stargazing allows the party to lie back and watch the stars. It has no explicit effect on the well-being, but it's good to sit back and relax every now and then. Oh. Several travelers mill about, wagons unpacked. Oh, I read that. Okay. Yeah, set up camp, of course. Especially, since we're traveling pretty hard. Okay, tell stories. It'll be great to know about, each other's skills. The party stays up late into the night, telling stories about their lives around the warm, flickering light of the campfire. I love it. Oh, it's almost like a level up in a way, right? But maybe we're just learning things about each other, but still. Though they didn't get a good rest, they managed to learn a little bit more about each other. Okay, we're all good. Okay, I'm still gonna keep the pace at grueling for now. Just push ourselves, right? These ladies is tough, right? A gravesite. The wagon treadles by a cluster of gravestones by the trail side, recently placed by the look of them. Solemn air impresses itself upon the party, the grim recognition of the trail's oft fatal hardships. What's this all? Pipard's folly. We met an eccentric inventor who fell out of the sky. We look forward to meeting him again. I love how it keeps a record of this. Even... Well, I'm not going to say even this has better inventory than, or not, journal keeping than Skyrim. But I'll say so far it's almost on par. But see, this is not a full RPG like what Skyrim is. So this already is pretty impressive for something like this type of a game. Oh, I love it. So we can fish, all of that. Gold digging. Yeah, I really love that. Hunting is ideally suited for those who have spent time in the wilderness, requiring keen shooting skill and the ability to track prey through challenging environments. Those with low stamina will be unable to carry back much meat. Who should hunt? Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. It's the biggest stamina. So everyone but Ruby. A farmer, a missionary, or a banker. But adventurer, but she's... Okay, I'll let the farmer... Oh. Okay, well, we're gonna find out just exactly how good Nelly is. Nelly examines the hunting ground ahead of her. It seems like she'll be able to find a few animals. It was spacebar, right? Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. The hunting is actually very fun. It's a little bit similar to how it originally was, at least on the Apple, but I feel like it's a little bit better here. Easier to control, and seems a bit more engaging. Nelly can spend sometimes skinning the animal for valuable pelts, or press on down the trail to save some time. Let's obtain the pelts. They can be good for trading, possibly even keep us warm. To obtain some pelts, though without a knife, she can't gather nearly as many knives can be unlocked by completing the bitter winter journey. Okay, fine. Okay, I will go strenuous now. Pace will be steady, and the food meager. The rations will be meager. Okay. While gathering water for the camp, Mabel finds some turtle eggs buried in the bank of a nearby waterway. The eggs might be gathered and cooked for food, though some in the party might find such an act unsavory. What should be done? Well, we'll gather the eggs, and those who don't want to eat them don't have to eat the eggs. Oh, and look here, we got some rabbits. Mabel decides to gather the eggs. Regrettable for the mother turtle, perhaps, but a necessary sacrifice. Okay, and am I picking up these? Oh, I have to click on them. Okay. That's so super cool. I love it. Ah, what is going on here? The river is up ahead. Ferry operator, greetings immigrants. Welcome to the Kansas River. How you choose to cross is the first real test of the trail. Now don't even think about fording any river deeper than the wagon bed. About 2.5 feet. You'll swamp your wagon and lose your supplies. Okay. You can caulk the wagon. You can either caulk or ford the river, how it was in the original. Bed and float it, or be smart and hire me to take your wagon on my ferry. Yeah. Why not have a look around before you decide? You can talk to me anytime you want. You want to hear the crossing options again. Okay. So first, let us do some trading. It appears some people are willing to trade with you. What should be done? Sell pelts. I work for the local fur trading company. We're happy to take any furs off your hand should you agree to the price. The fur trader offers $5 per pelt. Well, let's haggle. Who should haggle for a better deal? What is wayfinding? Composure, attitude, wit. Composure, that has nothing to do with... Okay. Wisdom, an ability to think quickly. Okay, so it would be wit. Okay, let's... Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and have Ruby do it. I'm afraid the price is quite firm. Ruby attempts to reason with Matthew but is unsuccessful. Okay, fine. I'm just going to sell 1 pelt then. The 2 parties agree to the price and the transaction is completed. It appears some people are willing to trade with you. Who would you like to trade with? Offer pelts, offer toolbox. Yeah, okay, let's see what the American Indian has. I'm looking to trade. James offers 2 pelts. Oh, okay, I see. This is what they have to offer. Offers 2 pelt. Offers coffee, flour. I wish I could. Ah, okay. Repairing the wagon. Buck offers 3 coffee. Okay, they don't want anything. Ah, that is fine. I think now we can rest. Resting ends the current day and gives the party a chance to recover stamina. It can slightly improve river conditions. River conditions affect the chances of crossing successfully. Is an injury during... Yeah, let's rest. The wagon bed is rearranged into a cozy sleeping space as is possible, and party settles down for the night. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, that's so cool. So now... we will cross... 2 feet. Alright, I'm gonna caulk the wagon actually. Oh. Really? Chance of success 69%. I thought fording was easier, but okay. Alright, caulking was easier, but... yeah, okay. Without further delay, the party fastens down their supplies and prepares to enter the cold water, careful not to get swept away in the current. Yeah, I always thought caulking was the safest way. Seemed like that, you know, was the case in the original Apple version, but... Oh no. You know, it's because it was not so deep that's why... maybe that's why fording was better. The party loses control of the wagon in the current and it topples. Oh no. Did we die? Oh no, okay. Items lost! Wow. Derived from the Kansa people's name, Great Blue Earth River, it's a significant ford for any wagon party. Yeah, okay. So the next shop I get to, I have to, repurchase some supplies, I think. Has been crushed under the wheel of the wagon. Toes may be broken. Party is starving. Depending on the extent of her injury, a good rest may be all Nelly needs. Okay, let's inspect it. And we are starving, so just wonderful. Alright, well, have Mabel take a look. Ah, cool. Mabel examines the injured foot and concludes that it is not broken, only bruised. She fashions a splint for Nelly, allowing the victim to continue forward. Yeah. So look at us, we're starving and we really have to hunt. What is this? Oh, look at this. What the I don't understand what just happened, but I feel like we really need to do that. I'm not sure. Someone has cracked one of its hooves. Walking with a cracked hoof can lead to infection and swelling. Stopping to wash the hoof would be a prudent move to prevent further trouble. Have Mabel do it. She has the most training and loses an ox from its yoke and leads it to a nearby creek. Oh, okay. In time, the rushing waters have their desired effect. The ox is ready to ramble once more. Okay. We're starving. We really need to hunt or trade or something, but we have really nothing to trade. So, sadly, we're gonna have to do that. thoroughly scrubbing themselves, glad to be free of the muck and grime that comes with grueling travel. But, you know, oh, that's it. We don't have a chance to talk or anything. Any animals? Ruby's stomach groans audibly with hunger. Too much longer without food and death or disaster might result. Something must be done. Yeah, but what? The party eyes the animals drawing the wagon. Perhaps one of the oxen might provide a much-needed meal. No, let's push on. No, we're not going to do that. I'm really hoping there's still going to be a hunting ground somewhere. Can I pick flowers or a butterfly? Nothing. We are starving, but we're gonna make it. I'm hoping. The roaring of a fast-flowing river can be heard ahead, long before it comes into view. This is the Big Blue River, an infamously difficult crossing. Yeah, so for sure. Okay, let's trade. We have nothing. We need a toolbox, everything. Whoops. Several travelers are gathered on this side of the bank, no doubt eager to delay their crossing as long as possible. Traveling to Oregon, are you? What would you like to know? What would you like to ask the wagon party leader about the crossing? Yeah. To ford a river means to pull your wagon across a shallow part of the river with the wheels still attached. It's only practical when the water level is below the height of the wagon. Yeah, okay. To caulk the wagon means to seal it so that no water can get in. The wagon can then be floated across like a boat. It's the only way to do it if the water's high, though it can still have its risks. Best make sure the wagon bed is fully repaired and sealed tight. Going to have to caulk it. Oh, I don't have any pelts. How? Okay, well. Wait. So I don't understand. Why is it not letting me do it? Oh, shit. They're going to do it? Okay, well. This is insane, but... Hey, okay. Good, good. As a party uncocks the wagon, they realize that with the wagon left unsealed... Okay, it's some water damage. Spring joins with a waterfall to create a picturesque location for respite. We will never make it. Yeah, really. Well, we need animals so we can hunt. Look a bit hungry, don't you? Well, perhaps we can be of use to each other. Me and my husband here are looking to trade. We can trade 300 pounds of it for 500. Oh, you. No, I'm not gonna rob them. What, I can't eat those? Hey! Well met, travelers. It's good to see you again so soon. Samuel Pepard waves hello. This is so great. Yeah, you know, I've decided to stop my work on the flying machine for now. The general principles are sound, but I believe I have to wait for the advent of a more powerful engine. Besides which, I have yet to solve the issue of how to safely land. He nurses his bruised arm. In the meantime, I have begun work on a new invention. It's a little more down to earth, I admit, though I believe it will revolutionize travel nonetheless. Yeah, I encourage him. Thank you for your support, friends. It is comfortable to know that you hold sciences in such high regard. Looks quite pleased with himself. As I was plummeting to the ground, I had a revelation, a vision of the wind rushing through my hair. Yes, I should build a new wagon, powered entirely by the wind. Why walk to Oregon when you can sail? That's great. You know, if you've ever seen Steel Dawn, okay, and it stars... hold on, Brian James, if you know the actor Brian James, spelled B-R-I-O and not B-R-I-A. Brian James, you might recall him, he was a replicant, or what were they called, replicants, in, what was that, I forgot the name of that movie now, it's a Ridley Scott one. Blade Runner stars Harrison Ford. Blade Runner, he was in Blade Runner. Brian James, but Steel Dawn, it also stars Patrick Swayze, the main star. I think Mako might have been in it as well. He was like the mentor of Patrick Swayze's character. But in there they have a thing called Wind Racers, and it's like a sail, kind of like a race car thing with a sail on the back. So it's like sailing but on the land. All I require is a little financial assistance to get me started. Never fear, I'm not about to ask for your savings. Rather, I believe there are investors in Julesburg who may be interested in funding my project. Perhaps you can spread word to them. I'd be much obliged for the help. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, we may starve and die, but... Okay. The pleasant scent of frying garlic and onion reaches a party long before the light of cooking fires. This campsite seems to be equipped with all the facilities necessary to prepare a dinner to restore health. Well, okay, but I can't cook. Alright, let's learn a little bit about each other. It's really too bad. Are forlorn. Okay, yeah. What does this do? Oh. I have no tools. Yeah, it doesn't give me the option to hunt. So we are starving, you know, we're gonna be... Oh, a flock of ducks suddenly scattered into the air from the water near the trail. They are quick. Someone might fell one of the birds with a well-placed shot, but it would take fast reflexes and considerable skill with arms. Oh, we can't do it? Oh, we can't hunt because... Yeah. We have no weapons. Okay, well, we are just pressing on. Ah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna be like anorexic is what I was trying to say, you know. A forced weight loss, even though we don't really need it. A short distance ahead, a freshet of water cascades from a stone outcrop, plummeting several feet into the basin below before settling into a cold, clear pool. Okay. Talk. A handful of travelers loiter around the spring, enjoying the shade and cool air. It's a long way before the next place you can safely rest. Enjoy the peace and quiet while you can. Perhaps you should carve your name into the rocks. My whole party did, just to let the world know we are here. Give it a try. Okay, cool. No longer forlorn. Takes a knife and carves their name deep into the limestone cliff to be forever preserved through the centuries. They feel uplifted by the experience. Okay, Susan. We're heading south across the Big Blue River on our way to the Independence. This place seemed as good a place to wait as any. Before crossing a river, it's a good idea to wait until it's slow. Current is slow. We just arrived from St. Joseph to the east. It's a small town, so provisions were in short supply, but we were able to avoid crossing the Blue River. A handful of travelers loiter around the spring, enjoying... Oh, yeah. Well, I would trade, but... I mean, I need food. So, did I get the flour? Can't buy her nothing. Wow. Look at us. Okay, this fort. Hopefully, yeah, we can actually get some supplies here. Bullets for hunting and... Oh. Requires bullets. I have no bullets, right? I can't click on this. A happy-looking dog stands beside the trail, wagging its tail. If the hound is domesticated, there doesn't appear to be anyone around to whom the dog may belong. The dog, as friendly as it looks, could be dangerous. Who should approach the hound? We're all exhausted. Everything just bad. Alright, we'll have Nellie approach. The dog wags its tail as Nellie approaches, showing no sign of aggression. The dog's bark, unsurprisingly, offers no insight as to where its owner may be. However, the hound doesn't seem too concerned. Isn't quite sure what to expect. Pet the dog. Okay, I have nothing to feed the dog, but let's see what happens. For the scrap of food to feed the puppy, but none can be found. Oh, that's really sad. Sorry, puppy. Okay, well, we have to move on. The dog barks as the party leave, seemingly saying goodbye. Damaged wagon lies on the side of the trail. A single man, injured and groaning in pain and nursing a wound, rests his back against one of the broken wheels. His oxen, loose from their yoke, graze on the grass nearby. Hark, kind travelers, I am wounded, and my party is long gone, and my wagon is beyond repair. Mightn't you find it in your hearts to assist me? We can, for food. Hopeful. Slaughtering his oxen would provide a lot of food, but it's possible he would not be happy about it. What should be done? Well... Shit. Oh, people eat ox, right? Because, you know, oxtail soup, right? And he can't really... There's nothing for him to really pull because... Alright, let's go ahead and do it. His wagon is pretty much destroyed. With a grim-eyed desperation born of hunger, Mabel approaches the oxen with a knife. The wounded man cries out, begging her to stop. Please, do not kill them. These beasts have been my only companions. Mabel pauses, hesitant to continue, with a stranger groveling at her feet. Appeal your situation. Okay. Mabel explains the party's recent privations, and that these oxen may spell the difference between life and death. The stranger, deeply moved, reluctantly agrees to the act and stands aside. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm killing all of them. What the hell? Okay. The site... Oh. I guess I didn't read that, but it's okay. Oh, wow. So we have food now. That's great. I am sick of you. Yeah, well, leave then. No, don't do that. We're going to fixes Mabel with a baleful gaze. What should the party do? Who should leave the party? Oh, really? Inclined to aggressive behavior. Okay, well, this person seems to be hard to get along with, so but she is our best medical person. I am afraid we're going to have to get rid of Sarah, but I hope she doesn't, Mabel does not cause too much more trouble. I'm sorry, Sarah, but you have to go. With the altercation resolved, the remaining party continues onward. That really sucks. Has abandoned the party, so she's just gonna die. The group is hailed by a disheveled-looking couple on the side of the trail. A young girl nervously peeks out from behind them. Thank all that is good, other travelers. Excuse me, you are the first people we have seen in some time. A sight for sore eyes indeed. What happened? It doesn't make for much of a good story, truth be told. Our wagon broke down. We weren't prepared. My husband did the best he could, but he has a broken arm, and without spare parts, we are stuck. Well, we considered leaving the wagon, but it is just the three of us, me, my husband, and little Mary here. We wouldn't survive this journey with what we have left. Perhaps I could take the little girl off your hands so she doesn't die. We might be able to make it if only we had some more supplies. That's why I was so happy to spot you. Please, I beg for your assistance. Offer to repair the wagon. Sure. Thank you, kind strangers. We could not do this without you. Okay, Ruby has some repair skills. Her passing familiarity with wagon isn't enough to identify the issue. It's more than a simple broken part. Oh, really? I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I have the skill to fix it. It's possible the wagon is beyond repair. Thank you for trying regardless, kind stranger. We have already prepared to forsake the wagon and attempt to make the crossing without it, but with a small child, the woman's speech trails off. Okay, well, offer supplies. 100 food. The family seems to be worried that they won't make it to the next settlement on their remaining supplies. Here, take 100 pounds of food. I hope that helps. You are offering us this much? Thank you so much. I am not exaggerating when I say you have saved me and my family's lives. We have thought our journey forsaken. Well, I hope, we can't. Oh, we are indebted to you and your generosity, kind travelers. I imagine you wish to continue your own journey, but I do hope we meet again. I pray we are able to return the favor when we are more able. Yeah, I do hope so. Start a new quest. Frail Monument. What is that? Oh, okay. And bare bones. I'll say filling. Yeah. That's good. Oh, shit. There we go. Without any ammo, the only recourse is to try and gather some of the berries and fruit that the animals have been living on. After some time, Ruby stumbles across some small purple berries. She gathers as many as she can and carries them back to the wagon. Okay. Oh, here we are. We can make camp over here. Restore stamina. Uh-huh. I like that. Greetings, weary travelers. I can see you are injured. Perhaps we can be of use to each other. You see, I happen to be a physician, and it would be my pleasure to heal any wounds and tend to any illness that might plague you. In exchange for a full treatment, I only ask for, say, 300 pounds of food. My wife and I somewhat lack the provisions ourselves. Alright, well, let's haggle a little bit. One might strike a better deal with some smart bargaining. Okay. We're all pretty equal. I think that's what that means, right? Okay, yeah, we'll have Nelly do it. Okay, very cool. Nelly appears to the physician's better angels, to meager success. He lowers his asking price, but only slightly. Okay, so... yeah, I suppose that's fine. Treat us. Please. Oh, that is great. I thank you, kind sir. The physician examines each member of the party, treating their wounds, soothing their aches, and administering a variety of tinctures and concoctions. The party feels much improved for the experience. Okay, 1 hour lost, but we still have food. The physician and his wife bid the party farewell. Okay, so we're gonna have to drop down to meager. I mean, we're traveling very hard, and it just really sucks. Sarah had to go, which she probably just walked off to her own death. A herd of bison blocks the trail ahead. They mill about, aimless, as unconcerned by humanity as they are obstructive to its passage. If given enough time, the herd is sure to move on eventually as grazing opportunities pass. However, there is no telling how long that may take. The herd could also be scared into moving with a gunshot, or perhaps this is an opportunity to hunt for supplies. Shoot a bite. Come on. I wish I had a gun. Wait for the herd to move. I hope at the next fort I can buy something with this money, like a gun and some bullets. We're gonna have to wait, The party settles down and waits for the herd to move along. 8 hours lost. Wonderful. How long will this take? Okay, finally. Yeah. Oh, man. Tripping over a small bump in the rough ground, Mabel finds herself in the dust. A little sore, she picks herself up, keeps walking. Several travelers mill about, wagons unpacked and campfires lit. This seems to be a popular camping ground. Maybe a safe place to spend the night to restore stamina. Yeah, of course. Oh, look, an outhouse right over there. Oh, I think it's best we rest. Okay, good. Great. Even though I can't hunt, but who knows? Like along the way, maybe there are berries or something we can get. Oh, hey. It's already over. We're barely out of Alcove Springs and we're fallen apart. Please, you must help reunite us. None of us can make it to Oregon alone. Who art thou? Or, not. Who are you? This is not Skyrim. I am Thomas Farnham, but collectively we're known as the Peoria Party. We left from the county of Peoria, intent on blazing a trail straight through the Oregon. Peoria, huh? We organized ourselves as military would, strict, careful, and disciplined. In this fashion, we adopted the name of the Oregon Dragoons. Well, see, I'm learning some things. It's great. Things, I really would not have learned about with the Apple version. I led the troop. Things were going well for a brief time. As you can see, we're nowhere near Oregon. Oh, this is not good. For me too, and we're already split. Tensions were simply building beyond repair. Even as a group, we were struggling. I can't imagine any of us survive for long alone. Please, you must help reunite us. None of us can make it to Oregon alone. Okay. You'll be well served to take some clothes and medicine with you. If any of the boys are injured, they may require immediate attention on the trail. You'll find my boys scattered across the trail at various places. I'll make my way to Blue Mountains. Please rescue as many of the dragoons as you can on your way there. Okay. You gonna give me any weapons, or maybe they have some supplies? Which that would be really nice. Oh, howdy there. Didn't think I would run into folks this far. I am Ella. If you were to forget you saw me, I would be much obliged. Oh, why is that? Here, a small gift to incentivize your silence. Best of luck on the travel. $20. Well, fine. Ruby is forlorn. Oh boy, and I don't have any supplies that can, what is this? Oh, that's the quest. Composure. Okay, well, we need some religion for now. Oh, look at that. A bison lies in the dirt beside the trail, unmoving. It doesn't appear to have any external wounds or evidence of sickness, at least at quick glance. However, further investigation may be necessary to determine the safety of any meat. Yeah, of course. We need that. Okay, Nellie will look. Takes a breath and investigates the carcass. She can see nothing external to suggest the meat is unsafe. Concludes it is likely the bison simply perished of old age. Okay, with a little time, the carcass could be butchered and greatly aid the party's meat. Yeah, let's gather the meat. Butchers the bison, collecting as much good meat as possible and hefting it back to the wagon. So how much did we get? Oh wow, that's so great. Okay, so we're doing okay, and we got pelts. Without any ammo, the only course or recourse is to try and gather some of the berries and fruits. She gathers as many as she can. Fine. Growl. A coyote growls at the party. The party stops and waits to see how the coyote will react, but it makes no moves. What should be done? I say we leave. To growl at them as they walk off. Oh, hey. The looming clouds at last give out, showering the wagon in a constant blanket of rain. Dripping and soggy, Mabel shivers as she pulls her coat close to shield herself from the weather. Okay. At last the sun clears and the sun returns to the trail. Okay, we absolutely need to bathe and rest. I just can't believe Sarah is gone. Nothing we can do about that. Oh, great. Ahead, a cluster of buildings is laid out in the square, about 4 acres wide, surrounding a copse of cottonwood trees. As the wagon approaches, the sound of lively bustling comes into earshot. We've arrived at a fort. Who would you like to heal? Well, we all need to. Okay, Ruby. Guide now available. Okay, Ruby is no longer forlorn. That's so good. Help Stila train her son in the ways of survival as they travel towards the winter hunting grounds. Successful completion unlocks the physician class and multiple new journeys. Wow. Great, great. As the party arrives at their next stop, someone rushes out to meet them. It is Sarah, looking worse for wear after spending time alone. Okay, is that my Sarah, right? Sarah has rejoined the party. I am sorry for leaving. I regret it deeply. We are stronger together. Would you allow me to rejoin? Of course. Come on, please. Please. Thank you for showing me kindness after what I did. Let us reach our destination together. Right. Heroes and thieves at my door. What's happening here? Oh, okay. Congratulations, your party has reached Fort Kearney. Okay, can I save it here and, you know, continue with this next time? This is so great. Fort Kearney, 5 out of 8 route challenges completed. Days traveled, okay. 20 days. Okay, so I'm going to exit. A quit journey. Did it save? Will it save? Pause your current journey and visit the main menu. Progress will be saved. Okay, good. Let's just make sure about that. Ah, okay. I just wanted to make sure, you know. Yeah, okay, good. Alright guys, so I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and again, a huge thank you to Grumpy Scamp. Thank you again, and goodbye for now.